let's go to work.
Your body working till your body free. Keep your body working till you get the freak. Keep your body working till your body free. Keep your body working till you get the freak. Keep your body working till your body free. Keep your body working till you get the freak. Keep your body
guys, we're ready. Welcome everybody. Let's see who's in the room. Welcome JPS Racing, Cool Cat, welcome. Don Bender, welcome. Tanner Levasseur, welcome. Lucra, I hope I pronounced that correctly. Welcome. I see a couple new names. So, the 600 is over. We're gonna talk about what I thought of it. You guys let me know what you thought. Um, I think it was definitely a really good race. I don't think it was as good as last year, to be honest. And the reason isn't the racing itself, but the cautions. There were too many cautions, especially right at the middle of the race. And it kind of, every time you're just getting into it, caution. And when you have too many cautions and too many of these restarts, to me, it kind of dampers things just a bit. But in spite of it, I did think the actual racing was really good. This car in mile and a half tracks, it's it's as good as I mean, I don't know how much more you can ask for. Even at the end there with a couple of cautions, uh, you saw some crazy passes. We saw a crazy save. Um, who was it? Reddick. Man, that was insane. Uh, Bubba Wallace drove up past Reddick. Actually finished fourth. I told you guys, man, he did it last year. He went on this stretch of races where he was like one of the fuck this. All right, give me a second, guys. All right, I think we're back. This thing, yeah, it disconnects and reconnects every once in a while. So I hope I probably got cut off as I was speaking. I'll get back into it. But yeah, I think the race was good. Definitely needed more tire wear. I honestly think the tire wear wasn't bad. The problem is how many long green flags did we actually see? Not much. When we did watch a full green flag run, I thought it was pretty decent the tire wear. It wasn't like the best, but I didn't have a problem with it. I think these short runs where they get fresh tires, you can't. All right, hold on, guys. I keep getting cut off. All right, I'll get. Hold on, guys. My OBS keeps crapping out. Okay, so what I was saying was, did we actually get to see more than one? I don't know why this thing keeps cutting out on me. This OBS. Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping OBS on. It keeps. Why does it keep disconnecting and reconnecting? I don't like that. All right, I'm gonna keep going. Let me know if you guys are having problems with the stream. Anyway, I don't remember more than one green flag. Yeah, this thing keeps disconnecting and reconnecting. Why does it do that? It didn't do that last time. I'm wondering if I should kill the live stream and start over. But I don't know what the problem is. I'm using OBS, but I normally don't have those type of issues. Why does it keep getting cut off? I don't know. My connection is not bad. Oh, it keeps. Hold on a second. I see this red light, green light. You know what? Maybe I should I disconnect my internet real quick and reconnect it? Yeah, so many the stage breaks really hurt, right? But besides the stage breaks, look at how many cautions we had. Every time there's a caution, it just kind of breaks the flow of the race. So while I did think that the racing was good, the whole race it wasn't as good as last year because we had too many cautions today. So I still think overall the race I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is really good. But I think it had potential to be even better. It's just too many cautions. But I thought you could lump this in with most of the other really good races this year. Okay, hold on a second. Okay, so JPS asks which was better, Coke 600 or Indy 500. I only caught a part of the 500, and the which was towards the end. I saw that crazy wreck where the wheel went flying, and I thought it was going in the stands. I can't tell you much about that race, so I got to go with the Coke 600. But I didn't really watch the Indy 500 except little pieces of it. Cool cat, what's up? Let's see. All right, let me disconnect my internet real quick, and then I'm gonna reconnect it. Stay with me. Okay, I reconnected. I don't know. Let me know if you guys have me. I disconnected my internet and I reconnected it. I'm just hoping that maybe that stops the stream from stopping. I don't know why it keeps doing that. It normally doesn't do that. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I don't think it was as good as last year's 600 because, like I said, there were too many cautions this year. But the actual racing and at moments was just as good. Let's see, Dover good, Kansas great, Darlington good, Charlotte great. I think we're on a very good stretch of races. Yeah, I told you guys that there's a stretch of about 10 races, and I said this is probably the best part of the schedule. Um, we got past a couple of those stinkers. That Coda race, I fucking hated it. Um, yeah, so this is a real good run. I'm enjoying it. Cool Cat says, I think the race was good, but it definitely needed more tire. Okay, I already read that. Yeah, the tire wear, like I said, we didn't get enough long green flag runs to really see what the tire wear was. Um, I do think that the one green flag run where they had a green flag stop, that was good. I didn't really feel like there was an issue with the tire wear. I thought it was just right. Jonathan Johnson, that was a good race. Yeah, I think it was a very good race. I just think it could have been even better. Like if it wasn't for the cautions, right? The other thing that I swear, man, it was really, really, really bothering me throughout the race, right? I kept wanting to see where everyone was running. That fucking stupid uh ticker on the side, it sucks. The old scrolling ticker across the top is always better. It was always moving. You could always just wait and see where everyone's running. You're staring at the screen for it feels like forever and you're waiting and it just shows you the top 20. It doesn't fucking move. And if you blink or you look away for a second. All right, guys. This thing is going to keep disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know why it's doing it, but we're just going to keep going. Hopefully, it doesn't ruin it too much for you guys. So yeah, that ticker, that stupid box they have on the screen, I hate it. The scrolling ticker's better. Like I said, every time if you just blink or look away, you miss it, and then you got to stare at the top 20 forever and ever, and it just doesn't fucking move. I can't be the only one that hates it. Let me know what you guys think. Multiple groove racing, yes. Man, people were running up near the wall, on the bottom, in the middle. There was passing, slingshot moves, guys moving up and then falling. Like it was. I don't think you could ask for more than that at a racetrack. This car, I know a lot of people have issues with it. I have my own issues with it. They definitely need to work on the short track package. But for mile and a half and 2 mile tracks, this car is as good as any that I remember. Like it really puts on a good race. Um, yeah, if you definitely takes more of a licking on the sides, right? The problem is um the weak links are the toe link and all that stuff. So it can easily, like, it doesn't take a lot to knock it askew. But yeah, man, I enjoyed the race. It's just like every time there's a caution, it kind of just as I'm getting into it, just as I'm getting excited, caution. And then right in the middle of the race, right at the halfway point, it was just caution after caution after caution. And sorry guys, it's gonna keep cutting in and out. I don't know why it's doing that. But it wouldn't be a Disco Inferno live stream without technical issues. I think you guys are used to that by now, so we're just gonna roll on through. But yeah, all right. I don't know how long I'm gonna run this live stream tonight. This is not gonna stop. All right. Multiple groove. Hey, BJ Ryan Racing. Welcome. Great race. Happy. Yeah, happy for Blaney. Yeah, man. He's fast, but he something always seems to happen with him. Bobby Birch, welcome. That was better than Kansas, and last year had more yellows. It did it. I don't remember that many yellows. Two races that he is out, we had green flag pit stops and last. I don't know. I don't remember how many cautions we had last year. Listen. Overall, I still think it was a really good race. I can't lie. Like, especially when it's one after the other. In the middle of the race and towards the end, there were a few cautions. It's just like, man, it does kind of dampen things a little bit for me. I will agree about the yellows, but I wouldn't let that ruin how good it is, because it's going to happen once. One year a race would have less yellows, next year would have more. Both still good races. Yeah, they're both great races. I mean, I'm not going to argue about, I think everybody can agree it was a really good race. I just wish we had a few less cautions. But you can't really help it. These guys are not lifting, they're fucking racing. They're not giving each other any fucking respect. That old school give and take shit is over. It's been over for a while. It's just the way these guys race now. Um, I don't know, man. I don't think it's going away. Let's see. Hold on. Technical difficulties. Cue the groovy music. Yeah, the technical difficulties. If you're new to my channel, it's there's always something with. I'm not really savvy with the technical stuff on the PC and stuff and live streaming. So I do the best I can. There's always some crazy technical issues. It is what it is. Cool cat. I feel like having so many stage breaks really changes the complexion. I personally like to see the second half be without stage breaks. Yeah, I mean they need to get rid of stage breaks altogether, but it is what it is. Bobby Birch, I gave this race a 9 out of 10. Yeah, I'm not going to argue with people that give it a higher rating than I do. Like I gave it an 8 out of 10, which is a keep in mind that is an above average rating. That's a really solid rating, and I could easily give it another maybe half to a full point. If we had, it's just when you have that many cautions, it just dampens it a bit for me, right? It didn't ruin the race, but it kept it from being to that next level. Still a great race. Uh, Jonathan Johnson says I would say maybe either one or two stages instead of three. Yeah, the third stage is because it's 600 miles. I know why they're doing it, but yeah, I just get rid of stages. When it was Dillon versus Johnson. Okay, I don't know. Hey, what if racing? Welcome. Actually, last year 600 had more yellows. Yeah, I mean that's how good that race corrected. Um, fuck, this thing will not stop disconnecting and reconnecting. I don't know what that is. If maybe one of you guys who's dealt with OBS might know what that is. That usually doesn't happen, but like I said, welcome to my channel. This is nothing but technical difficulties. We're gonna keep rolling right through it. Yeah. So what if says yeah that last year's had more yellows? Yeah, I didn't even remember that. But um, listen, they were both great races. This was a great race. It's I don't. Maybe I could be persuaded to say 8.5 out of 10. Right? I'll give it another half point. It doesn't matter. It was great. I was entertained. Um, it was a great race. We saw some really cool stuff. It sucked watching Suarez car turn to junk after he showed so much speed early on, but he got caught up in the wreck in front of him, and he has as much luck as I do on iRacing. He's just every fucking week something happens. On a good note, uh, Darrell Wallace overcame something that happened in the pits. He ended up going to the back. He came back at the end, even past Tyler Reddick, who was fast all day long and held on for a fourth place finish. That was great. So I wanna get to something real quick. Hold on a second. Elliott versus Hamlin. Yeah, that's hold on a second. Let's play this real quick. Gotta wait for this. So we're gonna hear what Denny Hamlin has to say about Chase.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin checked and released from the care center. Denny, what happened there between you and Chase Elliott?
I got right rear.
What was the deal? What led to that?
Okay, we're back.
Yeah, it's a tantrum, and he shouldn't be racing next week. Right rear hooks are absolutely unacceptable. I don't care. It's same thing Bubba Wallace did with Kyle Larson. The exact same. He shouldn't be racing. It's a tantrum.
Thanks, Denny.
You guys know I am no fan of Denny Hamlin's, all right? But what he said there is exactly what I said. Actually, what if posted a comment and I went in his replies and I even said I want to see all these people that were screaming, pulling their hair out about Bubba Wallace when he did it to Kyle Larson. It was the same situation. He got run up near the wall. He got mad and he took out Larson. And everybody was like, "Oh, it's different. It's different because this is a high speed track." And he was doing it at 100 and this mile an hour. And he needs to be reprimanded. He needs to be suspended. He needs all these people that were going ape shit all over social media. I want to see if they bring the same energy for the golden boy, Chase Elliott, who did exactly the same thing as Denny Hamlin right there said it. It was the same situation, same result. So I guarantee you, yes, you will see some people actually call him out, but you're not going to see the same level of vitriol and anger and outrage, right? Because this is what I've always said about sports fans and NASCAR fans. They are very hypocritical. They just view things from a very narrow lens. If it happens to somebody they like, they hate it. And if it happens to somebody they don't like, they don't care. It all depends on who's involved. You could take the same situation and you just change the people involved, and all of a sudden you get a different result. And that's why I tell you, NASCAR fans, sports fans in general, are full of shit. They can't separate their own personal uh, feelings, right, as a fan, from actual, like, just straight up right and what's wrong. So all of these people that were screaming bloody murder when all right, so okay, says I'm reconnected again. Fucking shit. All right. Short package has to be figured out hopefully before next one or next season. Yeah, the short package still needs a lot of work. The only one time that that this car put on a great race at a short track was Richmond, which shocked me. I was not expecting that. That race turned out to be really good. Now, we saw some long green flag runs in that race with green flag pits. I think the long green flag runs had a lot to do with why Richmond was such a good race. But outside of Richmond, there's still a problem. So NASCAR has a lot. Me. All right. I don't I don't know how long I'm going to keep this live stream going. This thing will not stop disconnecting and reconnecting. We'll keep it going for now. We'll see what happens. Uh, Tanner says clearly tire wear was there because Wallace flew through the field with 2 laps, newer tires on a restart. Yeah, there was tire wear. I honestly also, when they did have super long green flag run, uh, you saw tire wear. So I think I didn't have a big problem with tire wear today. I thought it was pretty good. Bobby Birch says it seems like when there was sun, we had more yellows. Um, yeah, maybe. It also could be the later they got into the race, the more people started pushing and being desperate. I saw a fucking 4 wide at one point. That's crazy. Wow, this live stream is terrible. I must have a glitch with OBS or something. I don't know what it is. This race was better than last year. I don't know. I gotta look. I My memory isn't the best. They were both great. Let's just let's agree on that. Jonathan Johnson, what if racing you rivals live stream almost predicted the race like Elliott having issues? Oh shit, I didn't know that. I wish I would have caught that. Kevin Harvick leading, Kyle Busch doing good and have issues but still recovering. Maybe some other events. Yeah, I should. I wish I would have caught that. R. Lacani, welcome. Elliott pulled a Bubble Wallace, wrecking Larson, but I bet the fans won't be on his case. Thank you. That's my point. And Denny Hamlin, exactly during in the interview, that's exactly what he said. Um, but that's how fans are. That's how sports fans are in general. If you look up the what fan stands for, if the actual word fanatic, it's really not a good thing to be. Um, and it makes you blind to reality. The most popular driver can do no wrong. Yeah. I actually saw on Twitter people posting shit like, oh, that's payback for 2017. I don't know if it was Martinsville or some shit. I'm like, really? You're going back 6 years ago to justify that? And what about mile and a half track is different than the short track? This is what I'm trying to tell people. Um, Sports fans, they're so hypocritical. They're full of shit. Cool cat. If Elliott isn't suspended, then NASCAR is bogus. All right. I'm gonna give I'm gonna give NASCAR a chance. I think Yeah, I maybe they won't suspend him. I could tell you one thing, they don't want to suspend him. They may do it, but they're not going to want to do it coming from an Elliott fan. Thank you. It's not hard to say something's right or wrong regardless of who did it. Just like when Wallace did it and I said he was wrong and he deserved punishment, okay? But it's the energy that people bring to an argument. There's clearly a different level with certain people than it is with others. That's the way sports fans are. I was really surprised how sloppy everyone drove today. It was really unprofessional. Yeah, well, that's I think after the well, really towards the halfway point, as it was closing in on the end of stage two, that's when all these cautions started piling up. People going three wide. Yeah, the days of give and take are gone. This is just a new generation. This is the way they race now. Um, I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, it did start look a little like a shit show at times. But the when it was green, it was good. It's like fuck. Like how do you mess that up? Arlacani says being a Harvick and Larson fan today wasn't so fun for me. Larson actually recovered and they got his car to be really quick, but yeah, he lost control. I think his car was like on a knife's edge, and driving a car like that for 600 miles is a lot to ask, even for somebody like Larson. So John Short, welcome. Elliott needs to be suspended for sure. Yeah, don't talk to me about, how dangerous it is and blah, blah, and then look the other way when it's Elliott, whoever it is. You can't be doing that. Bobby Birch says last year only had like a 25 lap run. You guys have a better memory than I do, so I'm going to defer to you. In either case, I think it's safe to say both last year and this year provided great racing. Austin Nance, welcome. Man, that was exhausting. Yeah, it was a long day. But you know what? At least we didn't get that dreaded red flag. Um, we did get one red flag, didn't we? Early? We did get one. I'm sorry. See, my memory is really getting bad. I think that it was early in the race. Yeah, there was a red flag. It didn't last that long, but it was there. Jonathan Johnson. I was talking about the Coke 600 where it was Johnson versus Dillon, and Johnson ran out of fuel. Dillon barely had enough. Oh yeah, I remember that because I was like, this fucking Dillon guy. Like he's won some big races. Austin Nance. I'm happy for Blaney. Yeah, me too. He's a good guy. He's always had speed, but for some reason he just I don't know. Like he'll be really fast, and then all of a sudden something happens and he's out of it. Alec the Flexer, welcome. Austin says suspend Chase, plain and simple. Yeah, look, let's give it a couple days. Let's give NASCAR a chance. Um, I don't want to say they're not going to suspend them. Let's give it a few days, see what happens. But whether they suspend them or not, I can promise you they don't want to. Fuck you, OBS. Sorry, that's not to you guys. That's to OBS for disconnecting every fucking 2 minutes. Bobby Birch says he should not be able to make the playoffs. Um, I wouldn't shed tears but they're not going to do that. That's not going to happen. I think they might just suspend them. They should drop the hammer. Yeah, I mean you can't let shit like that happen. And it's gotta be the same across the board. It just feels too often like I said, if one person's involved in something, everything's one way. If it's somebody else, it's a completely different thing. Just go spend some time on social media and you'll see all these fucking hypocrites. And I'm telling you, people actually saying, oh, that Chase Elliott was paying Denny Hamlin back for 2017. I mean, how can you call yourself a fan and say that and not be embarrassed? It's insane. At a minimum, suspend Chase a few weeks like they did to Bubba. I'll be shocked if they do more than 1 week, but I'm gonna give it a couple days. Let's see what happens. Jonathan Johnson, I think NASCAR should do something to Chase Elliott, but if not, then it show popularity. You're above the rules. Doesn't apply. Yeah, well, this is what gives fans the opportunity to come up with conspiracy theories, right? They do it all the time, and then that's why NASCAR has to be vigilant. They got to be on top of things. You can't let shit grow to where there's conspiracy theories. JC1424, welcome. I don't know. 6 out of 10. Oh, he didn't like it as much. Okay. I'm assuming maybe because of the cautions. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. I wish there was less cautions. That's all I could say, but I still enjoyed it. Diehard, welcome. Chase is a punk, always has been. That's right. Austin Nance Hamlin held no punches. Well, Hamlin, in all honesty, he's also standing up for his driver, Bubba Wallace. He wanted to take the opportunity to say, hey, I had to hear a lot of shit about Bubba Wallace when he did it. What about this guy? So he's absolutely right. But I promise you, you're gonna see the same divisive bullshit in the fan base on social media. Salvador Villa Gomez, welcome. I'm a Chase fan, but NASCAR needs to be consistent and suspend him. Thank you. This is why I like my little tiny channel and the fan base we have here, right? You guys are mature, you keep it real, um, and that's what I like. I like that I'm not attracting a bunch of fucking immature people, dumb people, put it that way, right? So, level headed, mature people. That's what this channel is for, and I like seeing that. Viper 199, 2017 was years ago. That LOL, that particular rivalry is long gone. Yeah, think of that. You got to go back 6 years to bring that up. To Sorry guys, OBS is cutting in and out. Stick with it. It's gonna keep doing that. But like I said, when Chase Elliott first came, I kind of rooted for him. I wasn't a fan, but I was like, hey, I liked his father, Bill Elliott. So I'm like, hey, okay. I was neutral. But the more popular he became, the more I disliked him. I don't hate him, but I definitely don't like him. Um, yeah, there's something about him that just rubs me the wrong way now, especially after he told when he told my God, my brain, I oh my fucking OBS. I think I have to update it or something. But what was I already forgot what I was saying. Anyhow, I don't care for Chase Elliott. Oh, I'm sorry guys. This fucking OBS has decided to fucking give me problems today. Diehard says Chase wrecked Corey LaJoy, all ready for a win. Yeah. What if racing? Chase literally paid him back at Phoenix a few weeks later. People don't seem to remember that. They remember. They're just being selective. That's what these people do. OBS stands for, well, I can't think of the O, but bullshit. I already lost where I was looking because this fucking OBS keeps cutting out. Okay. Diehard says, Chase is dirty. Wish he would act like the bad guy for once. No, see, that's what I don't like about him. He tries to portray himself as this clean cut good guy. Every time I'm starting to make a point, the fucking OBS cuts out. Anyway, what I was going to say was like when Noah Gregson, after he got punched by Chastain, and then they caught him walking by the camera and he says somebody had to do it or somebody. All right. All right, guys. I think I'm going to cut the live stream and reconnect. Are you guys willing to hang out and just join the new live stream? I think I'm going to back out the live stream and reconnect and hope that it stops. This is not going to stop if I don't back out. So, yes, stick around. I'm going to restart the whole thing. I'll be right back. Don't go away, guys.